everyone, my name is Sakshi Kushwaha and welcome back to yet another video on machine learning models. So, as far we have discussed what is machine learning, what is artificial intelligence, what is deep learning, and now we are going to discuss types of machine learning. Okay, so yeah, so there are three types of machine learning, but now we classified as four types of machine learning. First, supervised machine learning, and second is unsupervised machine learning. Okay, and third is semi-supervised machine learning. Yeah, semi-supervised, semi-supervised. Okay, semi-supervised, and fourth is reinforcement learning. Okay, here reinforcement learning. So what we do in supervised machine learning, so in supervised machine learning we have a label data, and label we have a label data means we provide training data as a labeled, uh, like each training samples include an input and the desired output. For each input, what is the desired output? And then after training the model, we at the last we predict for a new input, and for the new input we predict the new output. Okay. So a supervised learning algorithm analyzes the sample data and make an inference or estimate. It is supervised because these models need to be fed manually tagged sample data to learn from. Okay, so in our next videos, when we build machine learning models, 80% we use this learning only, supervised learning. We train our model into some sample data, we provide input, we provide output, and then after training the model we predict what are we predict for the new input, we predict the output for the new input. Okay, so like here, yeah, here's the supervised machine learning. If you have a input and output both, then and your work is to find the relation between input and output and make prediction, then it is a supervised machine learning. For example, like if you have a IQ level of a student and you have a CGPA, and you have to predict whether the student got placement or not. Okay, so for 87 IQ and CGPA is 7.1, then it got the placement. For IQ 111 and the CGPA is 8.9, it got the placement. Okay, and the IQ is 75 and CGPA is 6.3, then it doesn't got the placement. Okay, so then we train our model for this input only, and for the new input, and when we want to predict for the new data, then we provide 73 is the IQ level and 7.5 is the CGPA. Then what is the output? That student got the placement or not? This is a work of supervised machine learning algorithm. Hope you will understand. Okay, so some of the examples of supervised machine learning, like in input we provide an email, and in output we provide it is a spam or not, by giving its spam filter. So, and for prediction we provide a new email, and then we want to find that email is spam or not. Okay, okay. So in like in the second example, we provide an audio clip, and we provide as an output of text transcript, so it is a case of speech recognition. And third, we provide English, and we are work is translation, so Spanish Hindi, English to Spanish or Hindi. So this is a work of machine translation. We provide add user info, or and uh, and we provide output as if the user clicks 0 or 1. If the user clicks, then it is 1. If user doesn't click, then it is 0. Okay, so these are some examples of supervised machine learning. So I hope you will understand very clearly what is supervised machine learning. And then let's move to next, yeah, and let's discuss types of supervised learning. So there are two types of supervised machine learning: classification and regression problem. So what is classification problem? So if the output value is in category with two or more, if there are two category, then we call it a binary classification. If there are more than two category, then we call this multi-class classification. Okay, so predicting gender, whether it is a male or female, so male or female. Okay, so this is a classification problem because we have a two categories. Okay, like match win, nowadays world cup is here, so we are going to predict like if our country wins or lose, so 0 or 1. Okay, so this is a classification problem. uh, Whether the like fraud detection, credit card fraud detection is a very famous example. So it is a fraud or not, 0 or 1 species of fish. Yeah, here 0 or 1, like there is a lot of species, more than two species, so we can uh, identify the 0, 1, 2, and this is a multi-class classification. Okay, and here email example, spam or not, 0 or 1. So this is a classification problem you understand well. So what is regression problem? So in this, the expected results outcome is continuous number. So when we want to predict the continuous number, then we use a regression problem, like you heard the example of house price prediction. You have details of house features, like there are there are these two or three rooms. There are uh, separated with bathroom, balcony, and there are yeah, these are the features of houses, and the price of that house is this much. And you again, and then you provide a new house features, like there are two for example, uh, there are three rooms in a house, and the cost of that house is 80,000. And there are one room in a house, and the cost of that house is 30,000. So if you give the new data, like there are two rooms in a house, then what is the cost? So machine learning helps us to determine what is the cost of that house if there are two rooms. So you provide the three rooms data, you provide the one room data, so it predicts something like 40 or 50,000 in between. So this is a regression problem. You want to predict a number, you want to predict a continuous number, you want to predict a price. Okay, like sales of company, country, GDP, prices, weight, height, these all are the examples of regression problem. So it means the output may vary, have any number value with a certain range. Okay, so yeah, these are the samples of machine learning, supervised machine learning algorithms. And now let's discuss second type of machine learning, which is unsupervised machine learning. So what is unsupervised machine learning? So in this unsupervised machine learning, you don't need to provide input and output. You just provide a data, and it automatically finds the clusters, the similar data. uh, it finds the similar data and make clusters of that data. And you provide unlabeled data, you don't provide the information of that output, what is output, you only provide input. Okay, so it uses machine learning algorithms to analyze and cluster unlabeled data set. You provide data set, but it is unlabeled. Okay, these algorithms discover hidden patterns or data grouping without the need for human intervention. It doesn't need the human intervention. Yeah, and in supervised machine learning, it is called supervised because it does their work in under the supervision of anything, supervision of human or anything. But in unsupervised machine learning, there is no supervision. You only just provide data sets. It unlabeled data set, it automatically find the hidden patterns, and it makes the clusters of similar data. So this is a unsupervised machine learning. So let's read these points. In this case, model fed input data, but desired outcomes are unknown. So they have to make inference based on circumstance evidence without any guidance or training. Without any guidance, there is no supervision. So that's why we are called unsupervised learning. So the models are not trained with the right answer, so they must find the patterns on their own. They are find the similar patterns and form clusters. Yeah. And what is the clustering? As it consists of a grouping of similar data. Similar data forms a single cluster. Okay. So yeah, and let's move on. Third type of machine learning, which is semi-supervised machine learning. So in semi-supervised machine learning, we split our data into two parts. The small amount of data is labeled data, and a larger set of data is unlabeled data. So the labeled data is a supervised machine learning, and unlabeled data is a unsupervised machine learning. So it is a combination of supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Okay. So a little small amount of data is supervised, and a large set of data is unlabeled, means unsupervised. Okay. So yeah, these are the examples of machine semi-supervised. So let's read. Semi-supervised learning doesn't require large number of labeled data, so it is faster to set up, more cost effective, and then supervised machine learning methods, and ideal for a business then receive a huge amount of data. Like in supervised machine learning, you give a lot of data for training, so it takes us so much cost, it takes us so much time. But in semi-supervised machine learning, you provide a little data for training, and it all automatically predicts the large set of data and give the desired output. Okay, so that's why semi-supervised machine learning is much better than supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Okay, then fourth is our reinforcement learning. So what is reinforcement learning? So it is about taking suitable action to maximize reward in a particular situation. So there is no supervision, there is no data we provide, there is no supervision. So it learns automatically with the help of environment. Like it learns based on their rewards or based on their penalty. Okay, so it is a science of decision making. Yeah, you decide from your previous decision. Like if you are going to take admission in any college, so you decide based on your previous decision, like you make that decision, and that decision is good for you or not. If it is good, then you are proceed with that same decision. If that is not good, then you change your decision. So you learn with the environment, you learn your reward or penalty basis. So this they do this through trial and error. You take a decision, and then try it. If it is good, then go through it. If it is not good, then change your decision. Okay, so this is a reinforcement learning. So example of reinforcement learning is robotics and gaming. In gaming, you make a step, then you see whether you are rewarded or you have to give the penalty. So based on that, you play on the next level. So these are the types of machine learning. Hope you will understand. And till then, take care. Bye bye, and give your best.